Alright, we are back in Arcanum, and we are now in Ashbury. We have found some dungeons, completed the dungeons in the last episode. So now we are progressing the storyline in Ashbury. Ashbury, there isn't a whole lot to do here, but there is a few things. And one of those things is another dungeon. There's a dungeon called the Haunted Mansion or Haunted Castle, and that is in this town. And there's also a cemetery quest, which is pretty cool. I actually like the lore behind that quest. But for now, there's this guy here, and he's going to want you to do a couple of quests. One of them is to kill some pigs, which these guys right here. And the other one is to get these stones, which costs they weigh 4,000 stones, and the maximum I can pick up is maximum is 3,500. So I don't have the ability, and that's with no armor, no clothes, nothing. I don't have the ability to do that, so I'm not going to be able to do his quests beyond the first one, which is to kill these pigs. It's not necessarily the best quest line to do right now. So I might just skip this guy altogether. So this is just to keep some in mind. If you have a lot of strength, or even like I think 8 strength or 9 strength is probably good enough to pick these up. I have 7. And so what I'm going to do now is actually talk to the gypsy down here. Alright, so I'm going to talk to her and just get some an idea of what weapon she has before I go to the island of despair. And I want to do that. She has a hammer. Okay. I might just grab some of these to get some bows from the dungeons. I still haven't been able to sell yet. Alright, so one of the first things we can do in here is talk to the mayor. So I will head into town, sell some stuff, and I will be back when we get to the mayor. Alright, so I do want to talk to this guy first. He is just next to the gypsy, just down the road from the gypsy. And this is, I think he's in Halcyon, part of the Halcyon group. I believe he's the master of guns. So if you are a gunsmith, he definitely is the guy you want to talk to. His name is William Thorne. Glad to meet your acquaintance. You appear religious, but not Panari. He's a member of the Halcyon Order, a peaceful, non-violent sect. Okay. So you get to learn a little bit more about the Halcyon Order and peaceable group. Alright, be at peace, look at you. Okay, I must be off. So if we look at his stuff, let's just look at him. If we are the thieving type, he has this pretty awesome gun that you can use if you were, you know, a technologist. So it definitely is worth talking to him, and you could probably steal that from him if you wanted to. So we're not the technologist type, but that's so we don't really need to talk to him or get any more information out of him. Alright, so let's go to the mayor. Alright, so this is the mayor. Our persuasion is, I think, negative, so I am not 100% sure if we are able to get the quest for this. Yeah, what's our persuasion? I think we are... I think we're in the negatives. And our charisma is very low, too. So there's going to be a problem. I don't think we're going to be able to get the quest, but I will talk to him, and then we will go through the dialogue and see if he offers the quest. One trick that I think I remember is that if you take a potion of intellect, it sometimes helps get the quest. Let's do that, and then let's talk to him. I'm glad to meet you. He's Chester Miller, the mayor of Ashbury. And what other going-ons around town? And he says he'd like to chat, but he has a 10-day civic function, which is about the statue. What is the meeting you are going to? He wants to build a monument to Lord Beddington, and he's having problems with the town folks. They can't decide where to build it and what is the type of statue they want to build. Please tell me more. Okay, and then continue. I'm always fascinated with local politics. But some people want a monument center of town, others want it near the entrance, and they don't know how to pay for it. Anything I can do to help. I appreciate the offer, I really do, but so this is where he would get the dialogue. Hey, could you talk to them for me? But since we don't have the persuasion, we aren't able to do that. Yeah, so he's not going to let us do that. What he's going to do is going to go in here and talk to the people and fail. And that's going to be that quest. If you have the persuasion, there is stuff that you can tell the people, and you have to answer it correctly. If you don't answer correctly, then people get upset, and the mayor's upset at you after that as well. So that's pretty much it for that quest. Now we want to go to these houses over here. I think this is it. Yeah, Trellis Way. And we want to talk to this guy. He gives us a quest. So is there any adventure to be had around these parts? It's funny that you should ask. I have a bit of a problem. You need my assistance. There's no need for your snide attitude, nor its accompanying competence, sir. What's your problem? It's a rather eccentric scientician that lives here in town. Neither hide nor hair has been seen of him in a fortnight. Okay, what does this have to do with you? I contracted this fellow to use this technology to improve the old set of plate armor I had. Why do you need my assistance? I went to his house 2 days ago searching for him. The door was unlocked, so I went in. I was immediately accosted by all manner of gadgetry and was forced to flee. What do you want me to do? Go in there for you? It's too tough for me, but a fellow with your ingenuity could waltz right in to his house and get my armor for me. What do I get out of this? 200 coins. Okay. So let's do this. Good show. I must depart. Alright, let's go in there and tackle this quest. Turn-based combat is off. There we go. So these guys tend to have a weakness to electricity. He does a lot of damage too. I don't think his armor's up here. I think it's downstairs. No, it's not up here. So we have to go downstairs. Alright, if I remember correctly, we're going to be fighting an automatron, which is pretty terrifying. So I'm going to get my disintegrate ready. There he is. Level 30. Okay, so let's just disintegrate him. There we go. Gone. There is the machine plate. Nothing else down here, I don't think. Alright. We did get a schematic. The schematic is for automaton. So if you are, this is kind of the same answer to, like in Magic you can summon. This is kind of a mechanical way of summoning things. So we can learn that, even though we're not going to use it ever, but we can still learn it. There we go. Have your armor. Yes. Many thanks. That's this guy. Up here is another guy that we could talk to. This is, I think, an author, if I remember correctly. Let's talk to him. Greetings, sir. Might I ask who you are? It's Kendrick Wales, scholar and author. So yeah, this is the author. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Certainly. Say your book was about Curse of Singang. So this is a very important part in the next part of the after we come back to the From Knowledge to Despair. We get into this quest line here. So okay. Okay, must be off. So we'll have to come back to him later. That book is very important. Later on. Alright, so let's go down here. This cemetery.
What do you want?
Might I ask your name?
My name is Geoffrey Tarlondash, and who, might I ask, are you?
What are you doing out here?
I'm tending to my own business. That's what I'm doing. I swear the manners of the peasantry.
Almost think it was just a sense of humor.
Perhaps you're not as ignorant and as bland as you look, stranger. You've at least the brain power to conceive an amusing response. Nicely done. You've not the barbarian upbringing I expected.
What is your background, Geoffrey?
Mine? Oh, the usual. Raised in Caledon, schooled in Tarrant, summers off the coast of Catan. I'm of the Fallsburg Tarlondashes, if you know that sort of thing. I spent a few years in Tula among the old wizards. Bloody boring bunch of old codgers.
Which college of magic did you study?
Oh, I dabbled in the necromantic arts, mainly on the darker side. A little of this and that. I've a job waiting for me in Tarrant with one of the newer mage consortiums, if I've ever a mind to go there.
So just what are you doing here?
Haven't you heard? Ashbury has a problem with its cemetery. Seems they've got bloody zombies just sprouting up from the ground every night, and nobody knows why. I just happened to be traveling through here on my way back to Caledon, and I thought I'd look into the matter.
And where do you think the problem is?
Well, just between you and I, there's quite a famous individual buried here in the Ashbury graveyard. A fellow by the name of Malachi Wrench, who was quite a necromancer in his time, wrote a few controversial texts, that sort of thing.
But if he's dead...
Yes, I'm getting to that. I think the old chap was buried with something powerful. And whatever it is finally got out, and now every dead John and Barry in this town is coming back to dinner. Quite a good story, if that's your cup of tea.
And so,
I want whatever the hell is down there. And I plan on finding out just as soon as I can figure out a way to get rid of these bloody zombies.
perhaps that could be of assistance.
Yes, you just might be useful after all. I'd be willing to offer you 500 gold pieces for whatever is raising these zombies.
Done. I will return when I found it. Yeah, you can stick around here, and these guys will keep spawning. See, there's another guy just spawned. It's actually a very slow way of getting levels, but if you're low level already, this is a good way to continuously level. Alright, so we need to get in here, I think. Yeah, this is the place. There are these two fire elementals in here. If you wanted to go in here and get the... I think they have something they're guarding. Oh, we have to unlock it. Very weird. So here's the place we need to go. I could have sworn there's something in here that we can get for killing these two elementals. Maybe he picked it up.
What is it that you want of me?
Oh, yeah, there it is. This hammer. Need to get this stuff identified. Huh. Alright. Alright, this is what we're looking for right here. So we have the item now. The Gem of Malachi Wrench. Let's check in here too. Some gold and a mace. That wraps up the quests. So now we can go talk to the guy that we talked to in the beginning. Give him the gem, he'll give us 500 gold and some experience, and then we are done. Actually, let's just exit out of this place.
I'm sorry, did you, need something else?
Greetings, might I impose on you a moment?
Yes, what is it?
I've found what was underneath the graveyard, Jeffrey.
Really? I'm very interested in obtaining that object. I'll pay you 500 gold pieces for it right now.
Sounds good, here you go.
Thank you so much. Good day to you.
Alright, so we have a cleared inventory now. We have the last place we can go in Ashbury before we talk to the captain here is this mansion. So we start down here. This is where you start at, somewhere around here. And if you go straight north, kind of follow this road here, this little windy road, you get this little, I guess, island area, and you run into this castle. And this is a haunted castle, and it houses an evil entity. And so I'm going to run through this, and we can see the loot that comes out of this place. And then you'll know if you are playing this game and you want to go here or not. It's not a part of any particular quest line or anything. It's just another dungeon. And it's got some interesting lore. And the evil entity that's in this house is pretty cool. So we will check him out. Alright, so that is all of this dungeon. This is the Lord of the Damned. He is pretty much the king of all undead. So the next thing we need to do is now talk to Edward Teach, and let's head on over to the Isle of Despair. So once again, we'll just we'll teleport out. Alright, so this is Edward's boat here. We can just talk to him. Ahoy, matey. What can an old Teach do for you? I'm sorry, I don't believe we met. We haven't. At that, I be Captain Edward Teach, Southeast Sea Dog, Captain of the Gypsy Shadow, the crustiest and most seaworthy vessel this side of Razor's Cape. Nice to make your acquaintance. A pleasure to make yours, Captain. I have a question or two. Of course, matey. Okay, so now we could just say I'm in need of passage to the Isle of Despair. I just received word from Mr. Bates to be expecting you. Said you'd be asking for passage to the hellish place, and that I should be taking you. I don't much like the waters nor the people there, but for Bates, I'll do it. Alright, so I'll return later. Okay, so that's one. The next part of the quest is to talk to him. He'll take us there. You definitely want to save before you get there. Alright, so I'll take us there. Alright, we've made it to the Isle of Despair, and we will pick up on this place in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye.